What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Amplified Impact. I tweeted the other day something that seemed to have really struck a chord with people, and it seems so obvious, but sometimes things just hit differently through phrasing or timing. I wanted to share it here with you guys today because I've been thinking a lot about it. Is the tweet went like this: the person you'll be next year depends on the books you read, the actions you take, the habits you execute, the network you cultivate, and the investments you make. And most importantly, how consistently you show up and do the work. Okay, so let's unpack this, because one of the coolest things I believe about being human is the fact that we have the ability to grow, to change, and adapt, to become more than what we currently are. And you need to look no further than this, than to look at a baby human. When they come out of the womb, they are just the most useless creature on the planet. Truly, besides their ability to bring their parents joy, they can literally do nothing else. And it's not even that they can't do anything else, like for the first couple months or years. It's a long time, right? Like decades before they become even remotely functional members of society. And I don't know about you, but like as an 18-year-old, I wasn't a high functioning member of society. I was barely able to be out there on my own. And even then, I don't know if I should have been allowed to. So humans, we come from literally nothing, and we're able to transform ourselves through daily actions. And I find that to be one of the coolest things ever. And it took me a long time, I guess, until like my late 20s to really figure out that the person I'm going to be in a year from now is the result of the actions that I take now. And that who I am at this very moment is the result of the actions I've previously taken. And that's the first lesson, I think. If you're not where you want to be in life, and you are pointing fingers at everybody else or at external circumstances, or the man is holding you down and all this stuff, the very first thing that you have to realize and accept is true is that you are living in a world of your own making, that you are a person that you have made. Now, I know that there's different things like luck and circumstances and the universe with its ineffable will, right? These things do occur. However, largely, you're not you. You're not where you are if you're not where you want to be. If you're not living in a hell of somebody else's own making, it's a hell of your own making. You have decided to not take care of your health, or to cultivate your relationships, or to be working on your skill sets. You've chosen other paths that have led you to where you are right now. And I think when you accept that, where you are in life is the result of the actions you've taken, that you have chosen, that is both an indictment of yourself to say, oh, you got nobody to blame but you, but it's also empowering because you realize if you got yourself here, you can get yourself out. If you just start making different decisions, if you just start choosing different paths. And so where you are right now is the result of the decisions that you've made over the last year, 5 years, 10 years. And that who you're going to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now will be the result of the actions that you take today, tomorrow, the day after, and into perpetuity. And so with that in mind, we have to ask ourselves, who am I becoming? If I stay on my current trajectory, on my current path, who am I becoming? And is that who I want to become? Is that a person that I want to meet someday? In a lot of areas of life, you might say, yes, I'm on the right path. I'm doing great. That could be relationships, maybe business. But then on others, like your personal health, you say, no, I don't want to meet that person. I'm not on the right path. And so you have to change your decisions and your actions right now. And the actions that I find to be the most impactful typically revolve around your health, your relationships, your mindset, and your skill sets. You work on those things and everything else tends to take care of itself. And so I challenge you today to think about this. Like, if you continue doing what you're doing right now, continue reading the books that you're reading, taking the actions you're taking, continue executing the habits, continue hanging out with the people that you're hanging out with, and you continue investing in the things that you're investing in, who are you going to become in 1 year, 5 year? Who is this leading to? And is this the person that you want to become? If the answer is yes, if you're saying that is the person that I want to become, then the only variable that matters from this point forward is how consistently you show up and do the work. Now, if you look forward and you say, oh, given the trajectory I'm on, I do not like where I'm headed, then you need to start changing your inputs. You need to start changing what you're reading, what you're consuming, who you're hanging out with, the actions that you're taking, the habits you're executing every single day to put you on that different path. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is the last part of that tweet, which is the most important aspect of who you are becoming is how consistently you show up and do the work. The work works on you more than you work on it. And so be very intentional about what you choose to work on, what you choose to do with the limited amount of life that you have available to you. Now, I hope this brought you a little bit of value, maybe hit you a little bit different. It hit me differently the other day as I was really thinking about who am I becoming? What path am I on right now? And is this who I want to be? If I stay on this path, will it lead to the person that I hope to meet someday? And in a lot of ways, the answer is yes, but in some ways, the answer is no. And then that is an opportunity to redefine and reapply yourself. So I hope that you take some moments for yourself today to reflect on these questions and ask yourself, who am I becoming? All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. As always, you know, I appreciate you. I can't get over the fact that you spend a little bit of time here hanging out with me. It means truly the world to me. So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to seeing you back here bright and early tomorrow. But until then, stay hyper-focused, my friend.